And we are live. Hello, everybody. Let's see here. Let me get back. Oh, T-Bird was the first one in tonight. I'll be at work. I'll try to stop by, Mishy. And Jeff Rubin's here.
Hi, Jeff.
T-Bird. He's another one that's been working a whole bunch of overtime.
T-Bird or Jeff?
Yeah, T-Bird. Yeah, T-Bird. He's been he was saying on his GSF just popped in. Hello.
What's
sir.
up, y'all?
You're
the third one in. How about that?
Yeah. T-Bird said he's been working crazy hours too, where he usually goes live every night or every couple of nights, and I was getting a little worried about him. Hey, there he is. Hey, T-Bird.
Hi, T-Bird.
And I reached out to, because this is somebody I haven't seen in quite a while. I'm one of those ones where if I don't see you or hear you in a minute, I start to get worried just because of the world we live in nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
I reached out to Pirate Stacker because he's been off at everything for about 3 months now, and he actually he and Fish were doing the other day.
Just gonna say, did you catch their video?
Yes,
they did kind of a live lunch with.
Yeah, and they're always fun to watch when they get together.
Absolutely.
And Vegas is here.
Hi, Vegas, Mr. and Mrs. I saw Mr. and Mrs. West Texas Stacker came in. Yep.
Were they?
This? You did.
What? Oh my goodness, I am so sorry. Mr. and Mrs. West Texas. Hello, how are you? I'm just sitting here running my mouth, not looking at the chat.
Good to see everybody. Well, sort of see you. See your channel.
We feel your presence.
Yeah. The force is growing stronger.
Right.
Well, I wanted everybody I know everybody's seen it, so I was telling Mishy before we came on that I really, his thumbnails just absolutely slay me every time. And this one was a really good one because he nailed the caps and the glasses and the little gray beard on the cranky one there. But he was not so much liking the injury lawyers billboard in the background by the stadium, and because we're always talking about the Tigers and the Cardinals, and I thought it was perfect. It was just a little bit of Better Call Saul kind of element to it, and at my age, I can always use a good personal injury attorney. So, so I thought it was really, really good.
Old Sam's been at it for a long time. Now his kids are running the show, and actually his one son, who, our political beliefs don't mesh, but I got to give the guy all the credit in the world. This kid has had everything health and physically bad related that could happen to a person hit him, and he takes it like a champ. At one point, he was sitting on the Michigan Supreme Court, and now he's part of the Board of Regents at one of the major state universities, and he's not letting any of it slow him down at all.
Very good.
From what I hear, and I'm not a fan of ambulance chasers, but from what I hear, he's one hell of a lawyer too. So,
yeah, that's good. That's a good kind of character to show. What's this? Bitcoin's 112,000 according to Farmer.
Yeah,
41.31 on silver. I saw that earlier, and gold. When I saw gold, it was 36 and change. So I keep thinking I'll buy the next dip, but I ain't got a pot to piss in anyway right now. I do have Grandma Cranky's kind of caught the bug, so I have to. How do we say this? She gave me $126 to get her a gram of gold, and I'm deciding whether to get her a gram of gold or a few ounces more of silver. I think I want to get her some constitutional, but I have to be the virus mediator And that's not necessarily a good thing. Hey, Phoenix Coins. But yeah, I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do with it. She'll be happy with it, whatever. But
Oh yeah.
that's that's something. I got a monitor now. I'm afraid she's going to go out and start, trying to buy silver and gold on the street. I don't want my mom to be out there buying her stuff on the streets.
Right.
You never know. You
Yeah.
never know.
You really gotta watch it when you're going anywhere and nowadays. I know I'm fortunate, and I've mentioned the guys out in Ypsilanti at Old Town. Those guys, I mean, they actually fear selling you something that's not real, so they're very meticulous about either testing it with whatever you call that big yellow contraption, or even I don't know if they have the other one or not, but they're very here, let's double check this before you pay for it and walk out the door with it. So,
Well, that's okay. And you're still talking. You're still talking metals here, right?
oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, speaking of testing, I did a video on this. Mishy, these two 8 reals.
Yep.
I did some research on them, and there were some that were like shipwreck kind of stuff, and there were some that were minted for circulation that went this way or that. And I honestly, I don't know what to do with these. I have everything indicates that they're good because there is a Mexican mint mark on it. The MO right here, is on both of them. They both test out 90% silver, but there's no chop marks or anything like that. I don't know what to do with them. I don't know. It's always kind of been a dream of mine to have some Spanish silver, but to have gotten those and the edges, the rims are the proper.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what to do with them, but I do want everybody to see real quick here, if I could have a minute. Miss Lori just got back from 4 days off on vacation with her 3 of her brothers and her sister-in-law, and they went to Steamboat to visit a nephew, and she had an absolute ball, just a ball. But I'm going to do an aerial here of what my studio. I was gonna do some work in the studio this weekend, but respect. I kind of assumed her duties while she was gone, and I'm telling her later on this evening we're going to talk because she has to renegotiate her contract with her children.
Yeah, I heard you say that in your video.
It's got to happen, and I'll be her representative if necessary. But that's this place is a mess, and I don't know. I got so many things started and nothing finished. And by the way, MSJ. There's Scrap Metal Racing. Hi, Scrap Metal. MSJ found a pewter mug for me, and he sent me this beautiful pewter mug. I was going to have a frosty cold beverage in it, but the Postal Service did their work as usual. And that's a joke, y'all. Deal with it. And I do have one more thing here. This is from... you guys won't recognize necessarily the address, but you recognize the logo. Oh, yeah. My dear friend LLC, and you guys. I got to tell you, I've been conflicted recently. I didn't order anything from him, but I apparently won a giveaway, and must have been right after I dipped out the other night. But he's on Wednesday night at the same time that Stacker's Corner and Farmer and Tooley's auctions are. So I got a computer and I got my phone, and I'm going to have to get a third device so I can monitor all 3 of them at the same time. That's a great night of YouTube. I got to tell you, without a doubt. So here it is. Says the Cranky Stacker. Number 4, 600 sub Gaw, and he always sends out his trademark tube of honey and a lip balm, which I actually needed another one of those. I'm glad I'm glad I won something in the giveaway. But this is the coolest thing. His when we met up in uh, Denver last summer,
Right.
I got one of his poker chips from him. He does all these in exotic woods. Not like
Oh, that's cool.
this isn't your yeah. I don't know what wood this one is, but the other one that I got when we met up out there is well, here it is right here. It's I'm gonna have to ask him. Oh my god, let's just add to the mess. Mm. They're not cheap woods. They're real exotic woods, and you can see a difference in them. That's not walnut. These are like high dollar woods. I don't know where he gets them, but there is a specialty shop around town here that has a lot of woods, and I'm thinking maybe they could probably tell me, but he might be able to. And of course, there's the I almost forgot the win. Got that. I can't put that in front of the farmer though. There we go. And he was given away to 10 lucky individuals a gram of silver.
Oh, okay.
And I was lucky winner number 4. So that's going to go in the fractional bag. I'm real happy. Thank you very much. Long live coins. Sub him up and check him out. I tell you what, man, Wednesday, I'm serious. Wednesday is a tough night for me on YouTube because I haven't been doing a lot of videos, but I do spend as much time as I can hanging out. And that's a great night with Farmer and Thule and MSJ and Silver and Gold Stack Attack, and then LLC. He's always got good guests on.
Oh yeah.
Now the last thing I'm going to commandeer your time for, Mishy. This is something that I got this, I think, from Thule in an auction, and I've had it sitting here. I want to get this to you. Do you know how I get things out real quick? Kind of like Nickel and I went to the same school of mailing. Can you see that?
Oh yeah.
That's police officer Michael Protectus.
Yep.
This is St. Michael. This is maybe something you might figured you might kind of like that. So that's when I got it. It was with the intent of rehoming that to you. So we'll get that out to you here.
Appreciate it. Yeah.
Other than that,
we can use all the help we can get nowadays in the world we live in.
Yeah.
It's crazy, and nobody likes us anymore. So, a few have ruined it for the rest of us. But, that's going to change too. Case in point, that lovely little Ukrainian woman on the train. There's evil people, just like the prez said. There's evil people, and we got to start dealing with them. There's evil people everywhere, and I'm not trying to make a political statement here, but when you have politicians that don't back their police departments, that doesn't help matters any either.
It's pathetic.
Where you have like this, and I'm not gonna say I agree or disagree with what the president's doing with sending the National Guard into these cities, but when you have politicians that won't allow the police to do their job, and sits there and literally says in a press conference that arresting people for breaking the law and fighting crime is racist. Okay, and you have one of the most dangerous cities in the country, Chicago, that, yeah, somebody's got to come in and clean house so that the good people in those cities can live and don't have to live in fear. And
Well,
somebody brought up Detroit, and I will say this till the cows come home. I am not a fan of Mike Duggan, the current mayor, and he's running for governor this next time. But he first thing he did, he helped finish the pulling Detroit out of bankruptcy. First thing that happened is he gave back the police, the fire, and the EMS darn near all of what they lost when the city was in receivership, because it was 10% pay cut, then another 10% pay cut, then another 10% pay cut under Kwame Kilpatrick and Dave Bing and whatever the idiot that was in between them, Ken Cockrell. They kept taking and taking and taking, and he got most of it back. Now these guys are actually they're not making the best money around, but they're making pretty decent money compared to what they were.
Yeah.
And Duggan, every time you turn around, there's things popping up on social media about why he should be the next governor of Michigan. And, I'm gonna work for the people of Michigan, and I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna do that.
I'm gonna fix the roads.
I comment on every single one of them, because when I met Mike Duggan, he was the Wayne County prosecutor, and he left that job to take over as the CEO of the Detroit Medical Center. And yes, he pulled the Detroit Medical Center out of dang near having to file for bankruptcy. Within a year, he had them comfortably in the black.
Nice.
And nobody lost their jobs. Nobody got laid off. But, he cut a lot of the, where the unnecessary repetitive services.
Yeah.
We do eye surgeries at Kresge Eye Institute, but if something happens and they need to be kept overnight, now we've got to bring in an ambulance to transport them over to Harper Hospital, so that they can stay overnight. Why don't we just do those surgeries at Harper Hospital, and we eliminate that patient getting a $700 ambulance bill and all these repetitive services that were wasting money? And within a year, he had the DMC in the black. Well, then he turns around and and now mind you, I'm working there at this point. He tells everybody, "Oh, we're selling the Detroit Medical Center. We're selling it to this healthcare corporation, and it's going to be so great for everybody. It's going to be so great, everybody. Oh, it's going to be so great for the employees and the patients." And it was originally called Vanguard Health, and now it's called Tenet Health. They came in, and literally by day 5, they were laying people off. And if you had a complaint filed against you by a patient or a visitor, there was no investigation. You were terminated. Me. I hurt somebody's feelings, and they fired me. Yeah, I told somebody no, and they fired me. But my thing is, every time he posts something on social media, I'm like, well, so are you going to do the people of Michigan like you did the people of the Detroit Medical Center? And I think I've actually gotten blocked from a couple of the places that post his ads. So it's an honest question.
Yeah.
Are you going to sell out? Are you going to sell out the people of Michigan like you sold out the employees of the DMC? So, well, but at least he backs his public servants, if you will.
Yeah.
But I mean, and I'll even go back when he was still the prosecutor. When he was still the prosecutor in Wayne County, and I had retired, and I was working full time at the DMC. I had an encounter where I almost had to shoot a guy. And I mean, this was, and not something, and we were in Children's Hospital. We weren't in one of the adult hospitals. We were in Children's Hospital, and I almost had to shoot this guy. Well, immediately the ethnicity card gets pulled, because this was from September to February post 9/11. And And that pretty much tells you what nationality they were. And the guy says, well, I own a gas station, so I can carry my gun wherever I want to. No, you can't. And he pulled it. And the one thing that Mike Duggan did right in my eyes was he made sure this guy will never carry a firearm legally ever again in any state in our country.
Yep.
And then I get a email from him saying, congratulations on your, doing what you did and nobody got hurt and all that. And then in parentheses, you would have been justified in shooting him. I'm like, yeah. Right. Sure. Mm-hmm. Considering the woman that replaced him, no, I'm good.
Yeah. But, well, and stand on the other side of the, be on the side that's squeezing the trigger, pal.
Well, yeah, and no, he understood when I because I had to go down to the courthouse, I had to do all this, talking to the prosecutor's office, and all this other stuff, and one of the first things they teach you, even as a civilian going to get your CPL,
they do
is know your target and beyond. Well, when they redid this whole area where we were at, when they built the building, it was plaster, 2x4 framing, dry, not what they got now where it's aluminum framing and drywall, and you pull the trigger. And at the time, I carried a 357 Magnum. Now, if I miss, how many rooms is that thing going to clear before it hits somebody?
Yeah.
So,
yep.
All right, Farmer. Have a good night, buddy. Thanks for stopping.
See you, Farmer. Thanks for coming in, man.
That was the general consensus. Consensus is like, I don't know why you didn't just drop him. Well, you know what? Yeah. I don't want to scare the kids because that thing made a big boom when you pulled the trigger. So.
Yeah. So then you got housekeeping in there. You got
Once the crime scene guys clear now, EVS has got to come in there, and the maintenance guys come in there and got to figure out how much it's going to cost to fix the walls. And,
not to mention the fitters. They're not cheap. If you hit a line, gas line on those walls. People have no idea what all the walls in hospitals contain. I mean, they're especially like operating rooms. You got ductwork.
Everything that comes into that room comes
gas lines in the wall, just everywhere. And people have no clue what it's like in there.
Or we get the ones now that think it's okay to spark up a cigarette in their hospital room. It's like, you see that little thing right above your head sticking out of the wall? You know what that is right there with the little green tip on it? If it's green, it's oxygen.
Yeah. That's
pure oxygen.
I can't help but think of my ex-father-in-law. He was like a 5-pack a day smoker till the day he died, and he had emphysema so bad that the only time he wasn't smoking, and he would have one. He'd put his cigarette down in the ashtray, leave it burning, to go across the room to do his oxygen treatments, and then come back over and pick it up. I mean, he if he was awake, he had one burning. I never saw anything like it. But
that's like I'm going to go back to the 80s with this one. My grandfather got remarried about 3 years after my grandma passed away, and this woman's entire family should have been locked up in a state hospital somewhere. They were all crazy, and she asked my mom and I to go pick up one of her daughters, and all her kids were actually older than my mom. So we go out to the hospital she was at, which happens to be the hospital I work at now. But this is like 1985, 86. We get out there and we're waiting for patient transport to come get her to bring her downstairs so we can take her home. And I'm sitting there in the room with her. My mom went to go get the car, and she goes, this is BS. You know what? And she had lung cancer. And she's, this is BS. I want to go home. This is, you want to, and I mean, she could be very colorful with her language. You want to see these blankety blank blank blank. So watch this. And she reaches in, and she pulls out a cigarette and lights it up in the hospital room. And here comes patient transportation. See, I told you.
Yeah, that'll do it. That will do it.
And now I think it's like, God, she could have blown us up.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's anyways, there's no accounting for
no.
no accounting for common
Yep.
sense.
And God rest all their souls. They're all no longer with us.
Yeah, that happens to all of us.
Yep.
Fortunately, earlier than in some cases than others, but that's
Oh yeah.
that's an opinion too. The view
Well.
expressed by the cranky one is not the view and opinion of Missy Stacker. But anyways, yeah, I got so much going on here, Missy.
Yeah.
My neighbor called me yesterday, and we have a woods, like a privacy fence between us,
Yeah.
and we're always throwing things back and forth over the fence to each other, and neither one of us realized she's got like a secret gate in the back corner.
Oh jeez.
Yeah. And she only lived there like 3 years before she discovered it. It's like, hey, cool. So she can come around to get the carrot greens out of my garden for guinea pigs and stuff. But
Oh, that's cool.
she called me yesterday, texted me yesterday and said, I got green beans vines that have shot clear up over the top of the fence. You should go out and take a look. I got like 2.5 pounds of fresh green beans off my fence nest yesterday.
Nice.
So we're gonna have green beans tomorrow night, and yeah,
you can steam them. You can do whatever with them.
I'm gonna do about a pound of them in a skillet steam recipe that I found, and then I'm gonna, because that keeps them fresh and green and crunchy.
Oh,
but
yeah.
I do like my
stuff in them too.
I do like my southern style too, with the bacon chunks in it and cooked on the stuff.
That's why I told my son when we went down to Cincinnati, and as we were staying in Kentucky, I'm like, man, my inner fat kid's telling me not to go home. I want to stay here. Because all that good Southern cooking, we don't get that up here. You get places that claim that they're Southern cooking. It's just it's not.
Yeah, not so much.
The same. So, at all.
Not so much.
Right.
Well, I got my oldest son got himself he had to sell his truck. He had a big old F-350 man style truck, and he just had to sell it in order to get rid of some debt and stuff. And so he finally had to part with that, and he did. And he was waiting, just really, really having a hard time waiting to get the right deal to come along. And actually, he did really well. He got an 05 Silverado pickup. It's black. It's got a color matched top. It's kind of, for 2005, it's got 200,000 miles on it, but it was a one owner. This kid that had it for sale, it was his grandfather's truck. And he said, I really don't want to sell it, but I need to. So he picked that up for, I think he got it for $2,100.
Outstanding.
Yeah. And he called me on the way. He was really happy. He called me on the way home and said, Dad, it's just like, it's running great. And, so he's been a long time coming and having a good thing happen for him, and I was real happy about that. His prayers answered there. So black color matching topper and 4-wheel drive. And the old man had just taken really good inside was cleaner than my Yukon. So that was good news this week. Let's see, what else did we get this week? Colby and Grace are still Grace is in school out in Utah, and Colby's working his new job at the STK Steakhouse out there in Salt Lake City.
Cool.
If you ever get a chance, go in there. It's a real hoity-toity one. They got it's like $130 for a porterhouse steak. It's top-rated. Oh yeah, it's the top-rated restaurant in Utah, and
probably worth every darn penny.
Yeah, but everything's served a la carte. They have caviar. It's not a.
Oh my.
Yeah, it's served a la carte, and I think I told you, before that they had 6 servers in the interview process. They were talking to him. They had 6 servers make over 100,000 last year. So he may go to school and he may not. I don't know.
Yeah.
With money like that coming in, who knows?
Right. Yeah. We've
But,
got we were, as a matter of fact, one of my sergeants and I were just talking about it the other day, because he and I grew up in the same neighborhood, and when he became a police officer, he worked in a neighboring city to Detroit. So uh, there was this Italian restaurant, and the thing that's always intrigued me since I was a kid is you're in the middle of this industrial area in the southwest side of Detroit, where you've got the Marathon Oil has a huge refinery that goes around this way. Then you've got the Ford Rouge plant where they build the F-150 over this way. And this is a 5-star suit and tie, no prices on the menu, Italian restaurant. The entire menu is in Italian. They have to read it to you if you don't speak and read Italian.
nice.
And I remember, and this is going back to when I was in high school, I took a date there, and this is like junior year, so 1990, and it was $70 then for two of us to eat.
Wow.
But they also fed you like you hadn't eaten in a month too.
Yeah, like Italian grandmas.
Yeah. All the Italian grandmas are over there in the kitchen cooking.
Well, that's funny because we were just talking the other day about how, all the restaurants I mean, and these were second, third generations that before they started closing, but there was Mr. C's, there was Caniglia's, there was La Casa, there was I can't think of the other one, but there's like the Caniglia family had like 2 or 3 brothers that had these restaurants, and there were 4 or 5 of these things in town,
right.
And they were long time Italian restaurants, and they're all closing up now.
Right.
See, Mr. C's, Caniglia's, La Casa. I can't think of the other one. Hey, what's the name of the other? There's Mr. C's, Caniglia's, Casio's, and Venice Inn. Yeah, I mean they're. It's like, when I first started coming up here a little over 20 years ago, they were all open, and they're
right.
But now they're gone. But the same thing there, man. You
Oh yeah.
You do not, if you walk out of there hungry, it's your fault.
Right. Well, now here we've got Mr. C's, but it's a chain of family-owned convenience stores / pizza places over on the east side of Detroit in the eastern suburbs. And then, when it comes to the Italian names, we used to have Roma Cafe down in Eastern Market near downtown Detroit. This couple guys came in and started buying up all the property in there. They bought the building that was Roma's was in and kicked them out, so they're gone. Then we had Antonio's and Mario's, which were really, really good, kind of up there Italian restaurants. They're all owned by I can't remember the name of the company now. It started out as 1 or 2 places, and now they own pretty much everything. We got Roman Village that was in my old neighborhood that was really good for Italian. Then that Giovanni's I just talked about with the very expensive menu. And then, of course, right across the street from Giovanni's, we have the best Italian subs in the country, Ganella's. So.
There you go. Yeah. Hey, Southeast Stacker said I had a hot mic. I just went in and did an adjustment. Is that better for you, Southeast? Thank you for that, by the way. I just put I don't know how my mic got up to 200%. So all the screaming I've been doing, it must be.
Whoops.
It must be. Yeah.
We're talking about
auto. I guess everybody can still hear me. I don't know.
Yeah, I heard you.
Okay. Good enough.
Yeah. Yeah, we're talking about food, and the mic is like, hey, I'm hungry.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of Italian, and of course there's there's a lot of Polish here in Omaha. There's a lot of Czechs, and Greek. I didn't know it, until I looked at some of the things. There's a lot of Greek
Yes.
heritage here, and you got
Oh yeah.
Greek Isles. They still bring out that flaming cheese to your table and all that
Oh
sort of.
yes.
Oh my God! And their
Sake.
Greek salads are just there.
Yes.
You can get 2 meals out of them.
Oh
And
yeah.
then of course there's Garot's Steakhouse. That's
Mhm.
Warren Buffett's favorite restaurant.
Oh boy.
Yeah, yeah. That isn't, however, the one he got his picture taken out in front of with Paul McCartney on the bench. That picture.
Right.
Thank you, Southeast, for that. So what you're saying is there was too much cranky. Is there such a thing? Yes, there is. Trust me.
No.
Yeah, you
Nah.
betcha. You betcha.
No,
And you guys just survived
I still say Cranky's just a name. He's not as cranky as everybody thinks he is.
Well, if you'd have caught me yesterday afternoon, Mishy, you may have.
Trust me, I've had my moments the last couple of weeks. So
Yeah. Well, you're getting paid for yours.
yeah,
I'm grossly underpaid here,
not nearly enough.
and Miss Lori is grossly underpaid. But I'm not going to go on about that. That's just, it's above my pay grade. So, anyways, well, you did see what I got too from, and I got a message from Bullion Exchanges today. I think everybody probably saw this. This is cooler than heck. They did this is my lucky week. They did a giveaway on Instagram, and that's this is a 6-gram Swiss silver. It says Republic of Chad.
Yeah.
2022, but it's a bottle cap.
Yeah, they've got some really cool ones. I was actually looking at some after you did your video, and they've actually got some with their logo on the cap instead of the flag.
Yeah.
And if I remember right, the scene on the inside is New York City.
Oh, cool. I'm going to have to check that out. Now, I did go, I mean, Bullion Exchange, I looked at their page the other day, and man, they have some cool stuff. I'm definitely putting together an order next time I have some money for silver. I'm going to go visit them. And then, of course, John at Hero Bullion.
Oh,
what can you say about him?
Nothing bad. Nothing bad. I love Hero Bullion. They're great. You know, guys, I'm not a big fan of the online places, but if I'm buying online, I'm going to buy from them. Anybody
that'll personally take care of an order for a new stacker that's in her 90s. Hey, Sorcerer Stan, hi SGT. Yep. Cranky isn't cranky. Well, you missed me a little while ago, dude. I had my microphone on 200%, and I was talking a little bit to the cranky side. You might want to go back and catch where before you think. But anyways, yeah.
We're gonna ruin his reputation by saying he's not cranky.
Yeah, I mean, I got a reputation to maintain here, y'all. Don't make me out to be sounding like a nice guy and stuff.
Okay, let me rephrase that.
For the love of Pete.
Let me rephrase what I said. Okay, cranky is cranky, but you know what? When he has to be, he shuts it off.
Yeah, I can, but
he's always there when we need him. He can shut it off and be there when we need him. So
that's right. And the caveat to that is cranky, but he's right. So
that too. Yes, indeed, that too.
Yeah. Well.
No, I was going to tell you, I was bumming around on Whatnot earlier today, just watching. I got to behave until payday. And I don't even remember who it was, sold a graded version of that bottle cap you got, and I want to say it went for like $200.
Really?
Somebody really wanted it.
Wow.
I don't know if it's the one, somebody that's just fascinated with the whatever you want to call it, the slab or whatever. But yeah, it went like really high. So
what am I bid?
yeah.
Everything is. I just think that's cool as heck. And of course, you know me, when I first got it, I tried to pop that bottle capsule open and it's sealed.
Yeah, those capsules are
But
nuts.
it's just something else. I tell you what,
Yeah.
and the camera really does not do this justice. I mean,
No,
you got
they're
a
pretty
four
sharp. I've
color
seen some in
picture
person.
of a Swiss Alp there and
Yeah.
a village and the Chad Royal Crest down in there.
Yeah.
And
Well, it's like they've got one. The United States one's got like Mount Rushmore on it, the Bay Bridge in San Francisco, the Washington Monument, the Empire State Building, and I can't remember what else is on there, but it's like little landmarks from around the U.S. in there, so it's kind of cool too.
Yeah, look at this mess, Mishy. This place is just destroyed.
If
I
you saw
I
mine
ought to be
over
ashamed,
here and
but I'm
over
not.
here, I got you beat. Everything lands on one side of the mat or the other, and just kind of sits there until I get tired of looking at it. So,
well, your setup always looks immaculate, and I actually came in early and I was gonna clean it up, and I thought,
here, if this gives you any
there ain't
idea,
no chance. Yeah,
there's
see,
a
there you go.
there. And
There's no chance of me getting this
pile
straightened
over
up
there.
All right, full disclosure, I like it. I like it.
I just when we got to do a live or I'm doing a video, I just go and where it lands, it lands.
Yeah. And then you go back and redo it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I gotta get my angel wings straightened up here. What the heck?
Yeah, I didn't really pick up. Well, I did that video. Came out yesterday. Didn't really pick up a whole heck of a lot, and what I did pick up was from two sellers on Whatnot, and I've got to sing the praises. I mean, I don't usually, unless I mentioned them before, I don't usually say where I get my stuff from. Yeah, because they say girls have got to have their secrets, all guys got to have some of theirs too. But I got to shout this girl out. I'll do it again now. That's on Whatnot. She's extremely honest about what she's selling, and she's not trying to rip anybody off. And the one in particular was when she was selling some of these guys, the little 10% Mexican coins, and she was very adamant about, do not bid stupid on these.
Yeah,
there's only about $2 worth of silver in here. You don't need to be paying $30 for the damn coin.
Yeah. And I like those 1 pesos.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they're cool. I mean, it's between her and T, I beefed up my Mexican collection quite a bit. So
what was her channel?
Sugar Sense.
Sugar Sense. Yeah.
She's on Instagram.
I subbed her up like a week or two ago.
Yeah, she's on Instagram. She's a sweetheart. She really is. And she's one of the ones that she's very adamant, because I didn't realize what she was talking about until I went actually looking through Whatnot. You get the ones that the ladies that want to get on there and flirt with you to get you to buy from them. And her thing is, I don't use sex to sell. And she doesn't.
Well,
she's a true sweetheart, and she's fun. Even if you don't buy anything, she's just fun to get in there in her stream there and watch. She does have a YouTube channel. She's hemming and hawing with doing medals on it right now. Most of what her stuff is that's on there now is like photography and just day-to-day life.
Yeah,
but
that's a tough transition.
As far as the medals go, she's on Instagram. She's on Whatnot if you're into Whatnot, and she's a real sweetheart. So if you're on Whatnot, check her out. And she's actually gotten in trouble with Whatnot for some really and not on her part, on other people's part, for some stupid shit. And I'm sorry for cussing, but that's what it is. And one of the things she brought up, and they do giveaways throughout their auctions or whatever, and she does, just like other people who T does them too, a buyer's giveaway where you have to have bought something to get in this giveaway. Well, somehow somebody got into the giveaway that wasn't a buyer, and they won, and she does, she has giveaways where you have to have bought something to get in this giveaway. Well, somehow somebody got into the giveaway that wasn't a buyer, and they won, and she does, she has giveaways where you have to have bought something to get in this giveaway. Well, somehow somebody got into the giveaway that wasn't a buyer, and they won, and one of her rules is, well, if you happen to win and you didn't buy anything, what you get is at the seller's discretion. Well, they got what they got, and they filed a complaint with whatnot, and they took her offline for however long.
Wow.
And just silly stuff like that. But she's very honest. She's down to earth. She tells you exactly what you're buying. She doesn't just go and we were even talking about it in the stream where you'll get people on there that they're telling you they want you to buy this coin, but they're constantly doing this, and you can't see what you're getting until it comes in the mail.
Yeah.
And that kind of annoys all of us. So it's like, dude, slow down. Let me see what I'm buying.
Yeah. Let me get a good look at it.
No, she, I bought stuff from her before, but yeah, she just had a ton of really cool stuff on there the other night or a week ago,
Awesome.
Sunday. So
Awesome.
Slowly filling up a Mexican collection here. So
way cool.
And of course, T doesn't help matters. And he goes, "Hey, look how great this is." Okay, yes, please.
Yeah.
Start sliding the thing, bidding on it. So
I wished once, just for old time's sake, he'd come back on YouTube and do a
Well, I know.
do a YouTube auction.
I
know he doesn't
YouTube,
watch my channel, but I sure would like to get that out to him. Maybe somebody with some influence. Sorcerer Stands in here, SGT. You guys get that out to T, and or Mishy. You got some to-dos with him.
Yeah.
Tell him just for old time's sake, for us simple-minded.
And for the record, and I'm making sure that I put my thumb strategically in the right place, because again, it's not my face to reveal. I finished my first bottle of his hot sauce. This stuff is good.
Is it?
It's really good. And I washed out the bottle really well. And as I start to accumulate like silver shot, I'm going to fill up the bottle with it.
Oh, there you go.
I'm a good recycling of the glass bottle.
Now, I will tell you,
if you like hot sauce but want to keep your taste buds intact, because a lot of the stuff that's out there will literally just demolish the inside of your mouth. That stuff's the way to go.
I'll have to check that out. And by the way, when you start, you just be how do I say this? Be advised that when you go to put shot in that bottle,
yep,
you may have everything thought out and planned, and it's going to go just dandy getting that shot in there. But I will tell you, do it in an open, like on a hockey rink or something, where you've got plenty of open space and you can drop a tarp, because it will go.
Freeform stuff.
You'll find it in the locker rooms. I mean, that's the range of shot when you have a specific place for it to go.
Right.
You'll get some of it there, but you will also weigh out an ounce and a quarter if you want to do a 1 ounce pour, and
right.
And when you're done, you'll have an ounce of shot there.
Right.
At least that's how it rolls in the Cranky Studios.
Right. I haven't gathered a whole heck of a lot of it at the moment, and oh heck, where's that at? Let me see. All right, yeah, everything's fine. I think I've got, if I'm lucky, I think I have like 5 grams of shot. That's it. So,
well,
I keep that in a quarter capsule.
There's a couple of overpours in here, but this I've got a source on like right here in town on 925 shot now.
Oh, nice.
That Midwest Gyms. Y'all ought to check them out. They got all kinds of cool stuff. But yeah, that's and you can see those are almost like, they look almost like duck shot,
Oh yeah,
like a number 6 or a number 8 in there.
Right, there you go.
So I literally, and that's why I mentioned that earlier, I literally found these little BBs for 2 days on my tray, and I never realized they got away. I was just like, what the heck, man? But
I'll say
yeah.
like that's 14 grams of copper shot that I don't know was a freebie or something with
Cool.
a purchase, and I did the same thing with the minuscule amount of silver shot I have. It's in a 1 ounce round capsule.
There you go. That's good. But put that capsule in a Ziploc if you have like that one. If you
Oh, it is.
Yeah, I'm gonna say.
Because my luck, I'll make it official and it'll go everywhere.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
There you go. Oh my goodness, folks. Well, we didn't solve any of the world's problems this week.
No.
But
no, because for every one you solve, 3 more show up. So
yeah. I kind of I'm kind of getting that. It's almost, I think it's a conspiracy. I think it's a conspiracy to get us to quit fixing stuff.
Right.
By creating more stuff after you fix one and three more pop up. I think it's a master plan. And it's all done by the Bilderbergers and the Rothschilds,
Okay.
Yeah. That all the world's woes are on them. You're gonna blame it on what?
I was gonna blame it on GM, Ford, and Stellantis. You remember when you used to be able to crawl up under the hood of your car and work on your own car in the driveway?
Yeah.
And now you can't even change a bulb in the headlight without taking it to the dealer because I got to take the whole front of the car off to get there.
Yeah, the front clip's got to come off.
Right.
Yep. I get it.
Or you gotta jack up the car and take the driver's side tire off to access the
battery
to replace the battery.
Wasn't Ford in the Bilderbergers group? I'm just saying.
Oh. Right now, Ford's got serious issues. And every time you turn around, there's another recall on one of their vehicles.
Oh, really? I just haven't paid any attention to that kind of stuff because I ain't had a new vehicle in 20 years.
I used to be pro Ford. I had an F-150, one of the best well, not the best. The best pickup I ever had was a 97 Ram. But when in 2003, when we found out that we had a little one on the way, I'm like, I'm not climbing over the front seat to try to put him in a car seat in the back.
Yeah.
So I went and got a F-150 Super Crew. They were still fairly new, with the 4 full doors and and that truck was great. My only problem was, and for the car and truck people out here, my Ram had, and this was before they brought the Hemi back, my Ram had the 5.9 liter Magnum V8 in it.
Oh, yeah.
So all you had to do was look at the gas pedal and you were doing 90 down the freeway.
Yeah.
And the first day I drove that Ford to work, I didn't realize that the truck I bought had the 4.6 in it. And I'm going down this particular freeway system in Detroit. If you're familiar with the Detroit area, I'm talking about the interchange from I-696 to I-75. And I would take westbound 696 and up and around and down onto southbound 75 to go to work. And by the time in the Ram, by the time I got down to the bottom of the ramp, if I wasn't paying attention, I was doing 90, 95 easy. That F-150, I got down to the bottom of the ramp and I was doing 55. And I'm like, where the hell's the gas pedal? It took some getting used to, but it was still a good, solid truck.
Yeah.
But, that F-150 did me good, and when it was time for it to breathe its last breath, it was about the time the Cash for Clunkers came out. Got rid of it, got a nice down payment. I bought a Ford Escape. Now here's one for you. Go from an F-150 to a Ford Escape. That Ford Escape was great too. And somebody one night decided they needed it more than I did. And bye-bye. There goes
wow.
And but I love those vehicles. Now, got a friend that his F-150 has been, and it's brand new. It's only, I think it was a year and a half old. That thing's been in the shop more than it's been on the road because Ford can't put out a solid F-150 anymore for whatever reason.
Yeah. Jeez. Well, and that surprised me. Nathan's always been he had an F-350.
Yeah.
that he sold, and he's always been staunch Ford guy. And he
Hmm.
bought this old Silverado, and I think it's going to do
Yeah.
him good. I think it's going to do
Well,
him
I
good.
mean, and the thing is, the Super Duties and the heavy duties with Ram, because I have to remember they're their own brand. You don't call them Dodge Ram anymore. They're just Ram.
Yeah.
They're heavy duty ones. They're diesels and that. I mean, those things will run forever. All you gotta do
Oh
is
yeah.
change the oil and the glow plugs. That's it.
Yep.
And I mean, Chevy's always had a phenomenal truck. The only thing I don't like about GM is they put, your power steering pump goes, it used to be you got under the hood, you undid 4 bolts, pulled out the old one, put the new one in, bolted it in, reconnected it, and you were good to go. Not and maybe $150 for a power steering pump. Now they're electric power steering pumps, and they're over $1,000, and that's before they put them in.
Jeez, that's crazy.
Yeah, but
We all need about a 1968 or 64 and Chevy or Ford truck back when they, like Merle Haggard says, when a Ford and a Chevy ran 10 years like they should.
right.
But,
Well, hell,
yeah.
I'd give anything to have my mom's '78 Caprice Classic back right now. I think when they were still making cars out of steel.
Yeah. May I help you? Yes. I got
Oh.
Marty the Wonder Dog here.
Oh,
Hello. Say hello, everybody. There she is. Say hello, Marty.
hi,
Come here.
Marty.
She's camera shy.
Hi, Marty. It's like, nope, I'm going to look over this way, make my tail look cute.
Say
I'm just
hello.
stand here, look
Marty.
the other way, look cute.
Marty, come here, baby. Oh, she really is. She's not going to have it. She's my girl.
Hi, Marty.
Say hi, everybody. Oh, yeah. Now you're going to talk?
Oh,
Best buddy.
yes. We've been having fun. A friend of mine who happens to have a YouTube channel also. He's nothing to do with metals or anything. I've mentioned him before. He basically sold everything he owned and converted a van into his home because people think rent and stuff is expensive here. They should go price apartments and condos in Canada. And
yeah, where 99% of the population can't afford them.
Right, exactly. And he always refers to the star of the show as not him. It's his now 7-year-old bulldog, Cruz.
Nice.
And Cruz is just cute. He's cute. He's funny. But when he started his YouTube channel, he had a bulldog. His name was Disco. Well, Disco, unfortunately, it was his time to go. And the whole YouTube community that follows him, we all mourned together. And then somebody started a GoFundMe because they didn't have the other ones yet back then, and raised over $8,000 for him to get a new bulldog and the travel and gas and everything to go get it, because he lives in Vancouver. He lives on Vancouver Island in British Columbia, and he went to the breeder where he got Disco from is in Thunder Bay, Ontario, and pretty much the community paid for him to go get Cruz and bring him back and all that. Well, he's in Ontario right now because he bought a new van, and the guy that's doing the inside of it for him is just outside of Toronto. So when they make the trek back to BC in the fall or later this fall, early winter, there's a new addition to the family. He picked up another bulldog puppy.
Cool.
And she is the cutest little thing you ever seen in your life. So,
you should put a link in for his channel in the chat.
We've been getting puppy overload on his channel the last couple
I like
days.
it.
I'll mention him. I'll have to. I did this is way back. I did a mail call, and he had sent me some channel stickers. And if you get a chance, check him out. He's silly, he's funny, but he's really a great guy. His YouTube channel is called Van City Van Life. And his theory on life is weirdos unite because normal life sucks.
Yeah.
And
man,
you'll see him. He literally has fun with it, where he likes Chucks. Those are his favorite shoes. The old Chucks high tops.
Yeah.
And you will never
Taylor's.
see him wearing two that are the same color.
Awesome.
Like he'll have on a red one and a black one, or a beige one and a pink one, or whatever. But no, and he actually had his, because he was a DJ, and he had his name legally changed because his DJ name was DJ Chrome. He had his first name legally changed to Chrome. So, but he's a really cool guy. You know, like I said, he's based out of Vancouver, British Columbia. He's got a overlanding shop that he opened, you know, where you can come have your Jeeps lifted and all the overland stuff put on it, or, you know, if you're doing the van life thing, they'll help you convert your van from just a stock cargo van into a camper or whatever. And he's just having fun with it. He does, because you have to do it? No. But it's a simpler thing. He did that. I mean, he literally sold everything. He says, I want to get out of debt. I want to be free. I want to be able to do this and other thing. And that's exactly what he did. He bought a cheap used cargo van, converted it over time. And within a couple of years, he was debt free, and he's still debt free. So, you know, it's smart move. It's like, maybe I should do that.
Yeah, I could stand that. I just dropped his link. I just subbed him up.
Oh, cool. Okay.
So
yeah, he's cool. He's doing a lot of, because he's doing the build on. He bought and of course, you know, with the exchange, yeah, it still irks me that he paid 6 figures for a van, but it's Canadian money, not American money.
Yeah.
He bought a Mercedes. Oh, nuts! The Sprinter van. And when this thing's done, it's amazing. They've actually got places where you can rent camper vans up there in Canada. So it's a thing up there.
Yeah.
But he's having it tricked out. I mean, literally, you know, self-sufficient for power, heat, air conditioning, all that. It's all contained in that van.
Yeah. Nice.
And but yeah, he's a cool guy. He has fun doing stuff and that. He there's a group of them that all have YouTube channels up there. I'll mention them all somewhere down the road.
Yeah, that'd be cool to get into those.
It's cool to watch him go out, and you know, they do a lot of stuff in the shop, and he's actually got a separate channel for that. I can't remember what the name of the shop channel was, but where they show you, like where they're, you know, putting a lift kit on a vehicle, or they're putting a decent suspension on stuff so that these people can go off road with their vehicles. But no, he's a great guy. Actually, I credit him with part of me not losing my mind when I was sick during COVID, because, you know, as it was, we couldn't have visitors. You know, I was in the hospital for 5 days, you know, scared to death because I almost lost my leg.
Yeah.
And he kept me sane because I knew I would have one visitor every morning via YouTube, and that was him.
Nice.
And he did a video way back where, you know, he had problems, and he beat them, and always encouraging everybody, don't give up. You know, the drugs and alcohol. You know, he got bit by the bug, and you know him. You know, he still has a beer once in a while, but he knocked off all the other stuff. But just, you know, encouraging people to live their life, and, you know, hey, you know, if you're struggling, you're not alone. You know, there's people here to care, you know, that kind of thing. Just super great guy. So,
well, I'm gonna check out some of his videos.
He's hilarious. He like I said, he can be kind of weird at times. But,
yeah, well,
but it's all part of the channel, though. He's a good guy, and it just I remind everybody, just remember he's Canadian. You know, don't be mad at him. But
and he's Canadian, and all the buses are shorter up there. So
he's and
I'm sorry, Lord, that ain't right.
he's Canadian. He's Canadian, but he doesn't play into the whole politics thing.
There you go.
You know, he's frustrated because part of his thing is, you know, he's got channel merch, and he sells his own and makes his own channel merch. you want a t-shirt from him, you want stickers from him. Yeah, the stickers are made by a company, but if you go on his page and you want one of his t-shirts, he actually makes those shirts in his shop.
Nice.
So that that t-shirt, the design was applied to it either by him or Amanda, the lady that works for him. And then they package it up and they ship it out to you. And with tariffs being what they are, he feels like if I try to ship something to you in the United States, I feel like I'm ripping you off because of the tariffs. So he actually, for the time being, until Trump and whoever's leading Canada now figure out what's going on.
Yeah, I can't even tell you who it is.
He's not shipping to the United States because he doesn't want you having to pay that extra 35% for a $20 t-shirt.
Yeah.
But no, he's a genuine great guy. And yeah, if you guys want to see something different, check him out.
Sounds good. Sounds good. What is it? I can't. I'm being not so gently nudged here.
Yo,
time for your dinner? Huh?
I think somebody's getting hungry.
Yeah.
Well,
what is it?
We can wrap it up. We've been at it for like an hour here. Actually, an hour and 6 minutes now.
Yeah.
And we usually go about an hour.
That's right. We do, and it's one of the best hours of the week.
Yeah, we have fun.
This has been a good one.
Yeah, and just like I tell everybody, we don't always, we're not. There's enough places out here that are beating the metals drum, and I know we're starting to see those gloom and doom videos coming out again.
Yeah,
and it's like, you know what? Come on here, hang out. If you want, we'll talk about anything other than.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and well, we can solve the issue and conversation of all the issues in short dispatch, and then we have time for other stuff. So there you go.
Exactly. And I never thought I would ever see the day that these words would come out of my mouth, but if you pay attention to sports very much, and you know how us people here are in Michigan are. Mm-hmm. I never thought the words would come out of my mouth after this past weekend. Well, at least Michigan State won.
Yeah. Yeah.
The Lions looked like total you-know-what yesterday. U of M lost on Saturday because their coach is an idiot.
Yeah, I saw that.
I didn't even see what the Tigers did. But Michigan State won.
Well, there you go.
And the Pistons and the Red Wings didn't lose, but that's only because they're not playing yet.
They didn't play, yeah. It's all in how you present it.
Yeah.
See you, T-Bird.
Well, preseason hockey should be starting pretty soon, probably like the end of the month, first part of October.
I watched a video about a 91-year-old or 92-year-old guy that's been playing hockey. Did you see that?
He gets around better than I do. And
no doubt, dude.
He doesn't have all his gear on. He does not look 91.
He
maybe 70, but not 91.
Yeah. So there you go.
Yeah.
It's all in attitude and opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
So
when we were talking at the beginning about the thumbnail, that's what happens when you're not paying attention to what direction your camera goes.
Yeah, well,
I'm like, oh, wait a minute, let me go back, make sure I got this right. Oh, yep, that's him. Okay.
I love it. Conqueror of Balls, evening, man. Just in time to close it out.
Yeah, we're wrapping it up for tonight, and we will be back in 2 weeks.
Thanks for dropping in.
For those of you old enough to remember this, same bat time, same bat channel.
Yeah. I'm definitely. I wrote that,
Okay.
For that kid, Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
All right, Marty. I'm in the process here.
So,
my goodness, she's getting pushy.
So we're gonna wrap it up. Marty the Wonder Dog is like, "Yo, Dad, it's time for dinner. What are you doing? You're still sitting down." And and Cranky, get you somewhere where you can rest your back a little bit, because I know it's probably starting to flare up.
Yeah,
you
nailed that one.
Yeah. So, all right, everybody. You know what? I'm gonna, say my piece, and then we're gonna let Cranky say his piece, and we're gonna get out of here. So, everybody, keep stacking, keep hunting, enjoy what you're doing, have fun with it. Stack what you like, stack what you can afford, and we'll see you soon.
Yep. do something nice for yourself and somebody else. How about that?
What he
Stay
said.
safe, shoot straight, keep stacking, y'all. And right now, it's all the right stuff. So get on it. All right, y'all. Thanks for coming in.
All right, everybody. We'll see you soon. We're out.